Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first online event of our community Get Your Eggs Back. How are you all doing? How is it going for all of you? I'm so happy that we've arranged this live stream today, and it would definitely be a phenomenal event ahead, and we would be having a lot of fun today. And we are addressing something very serious today, and we will be talking about the various questions that you asked in the group. I also have the questions ready. So don't forget to stay tuned to the whole live event so that I can also answer the questions that you all have asked in the group. So how are you all doing? Comment down below, how are you all doing? Kinjal is saying absolutely wonderful. Hi Mayuresh. Hi Supriya. Hi Kinjal. So comment down below how excited are you guys to join the very first live event of our group. This is the very first live event of our community. And this is going to be a phenomenal live stream about a very serious topic. So we'll start with, what do you do when you are in the path of manifestation? Hi Sneha. So what do you do when you are in the path of manifestation? So many people here don't even have an idea of the difference between tarot, manifestation, destiny, or anything. So I'm going to be addressing that definitely, because we have a lot of people here who have no clue about this. So Kinjal is saying very much excited and looking forward to keep manifesting. Mayuresh is saying feeling fantastic, especially after our yesterday's chat. Definitely, Mayuresh, take action. It's time to take action. Definitely, we all can be humongously successful. We can be massively successful. We all can change our life. We all can transmute our life. And nobody in this world has to really live in poverty, has to really live in lack, and has to really live a life where destiny is controlling them. So, what is the concept of manifestation? Law of attraction states that you attract what you are. In other words, like attracts like. What you are like, what you are at this point of being, what you are being inside of your heart space, inside the essence of your being. Who are you? Who are you being at this point of time? Law of attraction, a lot of people will say, is thought, is like what you think, you attract that. But definitely that does fall under law of attraction, but that's law of mentalism, not law of attraction. What you think creates your reality is law of mentalism. There are various laws. We are talking about law of attraction. Law of attraction is what you are being, you attract that. So what do I mean by what you are being? So you have a problem in life. Everyone here who has never even heard of the term law of attraction knows how it feels when you're going through a problem. That is something that is universal. You know how it feels to go through a problem. Jab Mandip, who just joined, he knows how it feels like to go through a problem. So we all are aware of how it feels like to go through a problem. So if you are facing a problem in life, you are experiencing something in life where something to you is a problem. When you are experiencing that, you are feeling sad, you are feeling a lot of sorrow, you are feeling a lot of wound, you are in a lot of pain, you are in a lot of frustration, you are literally in a lot of tumultuous situation. So you are being the person who is sad. You are being the person who is unhappy. You are being the person who's complaining. You are being the person who's needy. You are being the person who's desperate. You are being the person who is hopeless. When you are being the person who is hopeless, who is sad, who has no hope, who doesn't know where to go, who doesn't know what to do, who's really tensed, who's really worried, who's really frustrated, you are being frustrated. You are being sad. You are being the person who is suffering. So you attract a reality where you suffer more. You attract a reality where you have thoughts. Now, this is what you are feeling. So, what you are feeling is creating a stream of thoughts. And each thought is creating a stream. So, you are feeling sad, you are feeling worried, you are feeling like everything is tossed up here and there. You're feeling bad. When you are feeling bad, the moment you are not in your heart space, you don't really know you're feeling bad. You just start feeling bad because some event happened. What you do is that, oh, that happened. Suppose I just give a normal example. So, your boyfriend left you. My boyfriend left me. My boyfriend is not there for me anymore. My boyfriend is doing that. He just said this. He just now went out with this person. I just don't know how it will go. Like, we had this kind of fight. That was how it all broke down. So these are the stream of thoughts you're catching. So that feeling sad is connected to these thoughts. So each feeling is a frequency, and each feeling has a stream of thoughts attached to it. And when each feeling is having a stream of thoughts attached to it, each feeling being a frequency, when you tap in a particular frequency, you are capable of accessing those thoughts. So obviously this can also work for you in a positive way, which will definitely come to. But when you are sad, and the thoughts of sorrow that are prevalent in your life, those are the streams of thoughts you are flowing in your headspace. But if your focus is not your headspace, but instead if your focus is your heart space, your thought is that I am so frustrated, my ex left me. But your feeling is that you feel miserable. So you are being miserable, you are attracting thoughts that are miserable, and you are attracting a reality where your ex is doing something which is further making you feel miserable. You're dropping something, you're further feeling miserable. Something just gets blocked and you're feeling further miserable. COVID happens, you further feel miserable. Then you start to connect them and you feel like it is my sorrow that the entire universe is reflecting all at the same time. This is how you are constantly creating your reality when you are in that wounded space. If you continue to be in that wounded space, you will continue to create a reality where you have more reasons to complain. If you go on complaining that why isn't it working out for me, why isn't that working out for me, you are not realizing that you are coming from the feeling of confusion or lack of clarity. Lack of clarity is a feeling of confusion, and that feeling of confusion that you feel confused, you are confused. This who are you are confused is also having the thoughts of when will things happen for me, why is this thing happening to me, why is that thing happen to me, why these things only happen to me, why am I the only target, why am I always the target of the universe, why is the universe out there to get me, what is destiny, what is that, what is this, who am I. These are the questions that are coming in your thoughts as a reflection of the frequency of your pain. So you are wounded here, you are confused here, and this confused state is creating these thoughts. That is where you are asking these questions. So the feeling of confusion or sorrow are feelings of powerlessness. Whereas the feeling of you have received your manifestation or you already have your manifestation is a feeling which gives you back your power. However, a person who is in sorrow, who is in wound, also have a lot of lack of trust, a lot of lack of faith in the entire universe. The person most of the times is going through separation consciousness. The person has lost faith in God, the person has lost faith in life, or the person is worst case scenario coming from trauma, or the person has gone through PTSD, or the person has gone through CPTSD, or the person has been abused. So if you are coming from a history of abuse, it's needless to say that you will be keeping yourself in a shell, you will put yourself in that sorrowful, wounded zone where you just keep yourself conjoined in that shell, where you just do not know how do you come out of it. You just feel hopeless of how do you even come out of it. You just do not know. And in that state of consciousness, when you have been through a lot of hurdles, you've been through a lot of tests in life, or you've had father issues, mother issues, you probably don't even develop the feeling in God. And a lot of millennials are atheists at this point of time. I just received a comment here from Mayuresh. What if one is an atheist? Yes, a lot of millennials are atheists because they have not really experienced that connection with God, and they have grown up in a situation where the mom is fighting, dad is fighting, they're not in a happy relationship, they haven't seen a happy relationship, they are taking out their parental wounds on the children. The children are growing up in the highly dysfunctional family, and the child feels like this world is such a terrible place. Like I was sent here by God to suffer. So that is the state of consciousness that gets created. And that is where the programming comes in. And this is how you have been programmed all your life. Since the time you were born, you've been programmed. You were born as a pure consciousness. But the pure consciousness you were born in, which is connected to the one consciousness of all that is also a frequency. It also has a certain feeling associated to it. So that frequency also has thoughts and ideas of what has already been in the cosmos, in the universe, what we have already always seen in the cosmos, what our ancestors have stored, the knowledge of the soul, the knowledge of the ancestors, the knowledge of what we are carrying from the past. Those are the knowledge that is already in the cosmos, available to the one consciousness frequency, accessible, and all that it has been, all the people that have been, all their thoughts, all the thoughts that have been, all the ideas that have been, all the ideas that will ever be, and all the infinite potential of the streams of consciousness and the very connection but to the source is where we are born. And we're already connected to all that is with the infinite potential, with the wholeness. But we are in a state of balance. In that state of balance, our consciousness starts to set in from first the family programming. We pick up programming of our parents, of our mom, dad, immediate family members, siblings. And then we get into the phase of going around in our neighborhood or people who are taking care of you. If you have working parents and you've grown up with mates, you put on their thought process, their culture. Then you have the thought process coming from society. You have the thought process coming from your teachers. You have thought process coming from your peer pressure. If worst case scenario, if you've been bullied in childhood, you have thought process from your childhood bully experiences. You have experiences from how your parents treat you. You have experiences from how your parents' internal relationship is. You have relationship with your community, relationship as a family, and you individual. You have a development altogether in this way of your inner child. This is how your programming of your consciousness is built. This is how the programming of your consciousness, of your inner child, of your subconscious is happening in your childhood. This is already where you've put on a lot of thought processes, a lot of belief system, a lot of consciousness, a lot of ideas, and this is where your akasha, your idea of your childhood, of your consciousness of how things should be, your consciousness related to money, relationship, every aspect of life is formulated during this phase. You develop activities also based on your programming, and based on that you get in an automated cycle of behaving and growing up. And as this process is continuing, you just flow with the course of life, happy go lucky, and you are feeling like life is just flowing in a happy, beautiful way. And then one fine day, something happens in your life and you are shattered. You just do not know anymore who you are, why you are here, and you feel frustrated. Maybe it can be recession, it can be COVID, it can be the current situation, it can be what you are going through because of the pandemic. It might be an impact of terrible breakup, and that is where the speciality of our groups come in to get your eggs back. It can be a terrible breakup which just turns you down, breaks you down, tarnishes you down, and you just cannot get up. You get into what it is called as depression. You get into stress, depression. You just reach a state where you just feel a sense of detachment with what is and what you are going through within. This is when you realize that life is more than what you see, and it's more fragile than what you've known, because you just get into your emotions, you just get into the flow in the course of your being, in the course of your emotions, and it's your emotions that are guiding you ahead in life at that state of time, point of time. And often in those phases, often in those stages, things like law of attraction, or you create your reality, the idea of that comes to you. So law of attraction is that you create your reality, you attract what you are. So you were being sad, you were being tarnished down, you were being I have problems, you attracted more problems. When you are being in a state of I am so happy, my life is so amazing, life is going great, you attract reality where life is actually going great, life is actually amazing. But however, it's not your thoughts, it's your feelings, it's your literal belief. You attract what you literally mean. If you really say that, oh, I have 2 lakh rupees, but you mean that I don't have 20 bucks, so how can I say that? You wouldn't attract the 2 lakh rupees. When law of attraction came to me ages ago, I was a kid back then. I used to be like, well, okay, I have 2 million rupees, but it didn't drop. Then it doesn't work. I used to say things like that. Then I realized that okay, it's not so easy. Then everybody would have just said something and it would have come true. And one fine day we will be reaching there as a collective consciousness. We all have a collective consciousness. We have a connection with the collective consciousness. The entire collective is a consciousness. You have a consciousness, I have a consciousness, and we all together make the collective consciousness. So, in the collective consciousness, we will together reach a dimension where we are capable of creating instant manifestation vortex one day in the planet for all of us. But meanwhile, when we are here at this point of time on earth, in this dimension, where you are, where I am with you, the space in your heart, it's about who you are being, you attract that. So if you have gone through a breakup, if you want to improve your relationship with your husband, or if you want to get your ex back, and obviously you've gone through a breakup and you're going through something terrible in life, you're going through a hard phase in your life. So whenever you're going through a hard phase in your life, you are resonating to that feeling bad at the core. At the core, it really feels real to you what you're going through. Listen to me very clearly and very carefully, because what I'm about to share with you is something that is about to change your life. What you are experiencing at the very, very core of your being. You just had a breakup, so your heart is breaking apart to tell me that you don't know how much I loved him, you don't know how much this relationship meant to me, you don't know how special this relationship is, particularly to me, because this is the love of my life. I cannot live without the love of my life. You don't know how difficult, especially the situation is for me. I have been you. That's why I know. But that stiffness of tight feeling you have, where you feel like this is so real, that the pain is so real, you have to break that pattern. And that's where the work of a coach comes in. And that's why I have chosen this profession, because for me it's very easy to pull you out of there and transcend you to the vortex where everything is serendipitously beautiful. So the core pain you have, the core pain which you're resonating to, which you feel at the core of your being, that it so hurts, that it so hurts, wounded space of pain that is stored in you, that very space inside of you has to shift its state to, no matter how much it hurts, I choose to believe that I create my reality by what I am feeling. So I'm choosing to feel good, I'm choosing to feel better, I'm choosing to feel blissful, not because I am doing spiritual bypassing, but because I'm consciously realizing that this painful, blistering wound is creating streams of thoughts where I am repeatedly thinking thoughts that are painful. So, very consciously, at the stiff core point of my being, I am at the core choosing with deliberate manifestation and deliberate force that I'm choosing to be happy. I'm choosing to be blissful. I'm choosing to be forcefully happy at this point where I can't be happy. Now it comes to, but you will tell me, but I can't be happy, but this happened to me. I can't be happy because that happened to me. That is where the work of a coach comes in, and I take you on a journey of showing you that this is your limiting belief, but you don't even have to do that now because you have my book. So I have my book which is coming up very soon. It's called 500 Spell Induced Affirmations, the step by step guide to get your ex back. It has all the core beliefs that you are tarnished between, all the limiting beliefs holding you back, and it will take you to the state of consciousness where you're finally ready to manifest. It is beyond that core space, at the core of your heart where the wound is. It is at that very core essence of your being where you're resonating to a lot of pain, a lot of problems, a lot of frustration. It is at that core essence of your being. You really need to choose that I choose to create my reality. I choose to make a better reality. And I choose to believe that I can make my life better. And I choose for myself to make my life better and transcend my life right at this point of time, and choose the flow of happiness and choose the flow of happy thoughts to create a reality which ultimately resonates to the vibration of happiness and creates thoughts, synchronicities, and realities where I am extremely happy. This is how you can instantly quantum leap and manifest your reality. So, now I will be talking about what if LOA is not working for you? So if LOA is not working for you, you definitely have limiting beliefs, and at the core of your being, there is some part of you which is still resonating to a lot of pain. And that lot of pain at the very core of your being has to flip. There's a saying in Bible, the tables are turning. The tables have to turn for you at the core of your being. So how can the tables turn at the core of your being? Give your worries to God. Now for this generation, I know a lot of you will be like, it's not so easy. Because you don't trust God, because you don't, and we have the relationship we share with our parents, the same relationship we share with God. So if you have a terrible relationship with your dad, you will not be able to trust God. Or you'll be, if you have a good relationship with your mom, you will be more trusting goddesses than God. This is a common psychology. So what if you don't trust God? Then what do you do? How do you get over that wound? You realize that each wound, this is my favorite work, this is why I chose to be your core belief remover. You realize that each wound leads to a layer. So, for example, you are sad. You're having a lot of thoughts in your mind. Instead of being in your mind, you need to redirect back to how you are feeling. When you redirect back to how you're feeling, you realize that okay, you are sad. You're sad because you're not getting what you want. You're not getting what you want because you think it's not possible to get what you want. But manifestation tells you that impossible is nothing. You can manifest anything. You can cast a spell on nothing to make it anything. So, with a magical wand of spell, you can cast a spell on any area and create something over there and believe in it and energize it so much that it then formulates into its physical essence. This is how I have always seen creation of reality from the path of spell crafting since childhood. So I became a spell crafter by nature's choice, by universal choice, because when I was 8 years old, I was in class 2. I it was my birthday comes on 19 June. On 18 June 2022, I started talking to Jesus, and that was a birthday gift from God, and I felt it was for my good karma. I just knew about karma, past life knowledge, I guess. And when I was in class 3, the next year, when I turned 9 years old, God told me that I have a mission in this universe. I was very sad that why am I never chosen as a class monitor. So God told me that because you have a higher mission. And I was very excited. In class 6, I was revealed that, okay, there's a life purpose. So there is definitely a path with God, a voice of God, and it's the most silent, most voice when your mind is completely calm and you're completely inside and you just feel that silence, that calmness of life. There's a voice that does talk to you. And it is that presence of God, it is that essence of God that is beyond all that is. And God is beyond all that we've seen, all that we've known, because the very essence of our life, the very life force energy, the very source of our life, the very source of our understanding of being, that very source is coming from a place. We are sourcing our energy from somewhere. And all the synchronicities, all the magic that is happening with you, there is another energy working with you, with along with you. You are co-creating with something, and that something is God. And the idea of how big that something is, that will reflect in how big your dreams are. And you can consider it to be universe, you can consider it to be God, you can consider it to be angels, you can consider it as Jesus, you can consider it as anything. it definitely is God, and definitely it is also again debatable topic at this point of time. And that's also the choice of God, to the amount of which God has chosen to reveal his being at this point into the collective consciousness. But however, it is that essence of faith in something beyond. It is that essence of faith in the knowingness that we are just beyond our human body. Like, how did the human evolution come into being? Where has humans come from? Where has the whole concept of humans come from? Where have we all come from? If there was no God, if there was no creator, what is the source of all that is? That is something you can really ask the universe. You can ask God that, how do I know you more? Just ask an open question to God, to the universe. Just wherever you're seated, you can just ask. Randomly, how I'm seated here in that way. You can just ask that, universe, show me a way to know God. So that's how you can know God. Definitely. And coming back to the idea of manifestation, manifestation is the path of creating your reality. It goes back to the old saying of Bhagavad Gita of everything around you is an illusion. Nothing is real. Whatever, even you are an illusion. And you're being beyond your physical being, you're beyond who you are physically. You're a being, you're an essence, you're a soul. And by the virtue of your essence, by the virtue of your soulfulness, by the virtue of the presence of your soul, you are flowing in the course of your being. And that soulful essence, that soul, that essence of your being is a wave. And that being, that energy body of yours is a wave. And that wave is connected to the whole universal wave. And that very wave, if you choose and redirect that wave to become and formulate and be a wave, which is coming but from a place of being the person who already has your manifestation, you will be vibrating as a wave of the person who's having your manifestation. And in that frequency, in that vibration, you will be assimilating to the resonance where you are being that. And in that being, you will be impacting other vibrations around you, and there will be a process of osmosis which will diffuse your vibration and creating a heightened amplitude of that resonance. And that resonance, as the amplitude's volume is constantly increased, that increase of the amplitude ultimately will reverberate to echo and create a reality where it's projected out to solidify and create your manifestation in physical reality. So you can manifest anything and everything in life, from your ex-boyfriend to everything. So we will be answering the questions that we got in our Get Your Ex Back community. So I'll be answering the questions. So let's see the questions. The first question we got is, hi, my BF is still with his ex. Okay, so if your boyfriend is still with their ex, it doesn't matter. Because, so Sneha Maheshwari is saying you have such a positive vibe. Thank you, Sneha. So, and you are equally positive to see that. So, we see in others what we are. So, your ex can have a girlfriend. Your ex does not even have to be your ex. Your person can be your crush who might be married to someone else. Your person might be someone who you don't even know. Your person can be Aryan Khan, yeah, Shah Rukh Khan's son. And your person can be a celebrity. It doesn't matter. What matters is your belief. You have to believe that you can manifest this person no matter what. But wherever you have that, but this happened, but that happened, but there is third party, but there is that, but there is this, these buts are the limiting belief. and in those buts you are manifesting them already. So wherever you have that but, there is a third party. You are being the person who really knows and resonates at that core, that but there is a third party, but I'm in wound, but I'm not in connection, but I'm not in touch, but this is happening, but that is happening. That but is creating a lot of wound inside. But this is happening, but that is happening, has to change to but I can have a positive life, but I can come out of this shit, but my life can change, but everything can transmute, but my life can metamorphose, but I can come out of this shit, but my life can get better, but my health can get better, but I can get back to my ex, but my ex can have a breakup, but my ex's current girlfriend or boyfriend can find another partner, but I can have my ex exactly how I desire, but I can choose to have the reality exactly how I desire, but I can create a reality exactly by the virtue of what I desire. And that is how you quantum leap, quantum jump to the state of consciousness where you have it instantly. But anyway, so if your person is still into your ex or not is something again like you choose, like, but this person is into my ex, but this person is no more into my ex, but this person has found someone else to talk to. The wound that you have, use the wound to push the wound to create the vortex and push out something which you prefer. So then we have a question where I did manifest my ex back in the past, but we are in no contact now again due to third party. This time I think he made it clear with his action that he wants nothing to do with me. I know circumstances don't matter, but this time I'm kind of at loss. What would you would love some advice? Okay. So if you are confused about that situation, then the thing is that here you have already mentioned that this time he made it very clear with his action that he has nothing to do with me. That is hurting. So wherever it's hurting and you are lost, that this time he made it clear and I feel so lost. You're lost because of that wound inside of you. You're lost because you're hurting. You're lost because you are in blistering wound, because you just feel helpless that can I still get him back after what happened? Was this a closure? Like, what just happened? What is going on? So you need to realize that you create your reality. So you need to go back to your feeling here and feel that, okay, but I feel so terrible, but I can choose not to feel terrible and choose to feel good forcefully to create the vibration where I ultimately transcend this vibration to push against what is, to transcend all that is in the vortex, to be the reality, to be the vibration where I have all that is and I feel good. So need either guidance about eggs back, what should I do to properly to get my eggs back. So both the questions are about how to get your eggs back, because our community is about that, so we will get into that. So how do you get your eggs back? So we also have another question, difference between law of belief, assumption and attraction. Definitely I'll come to that, but before that, so how do you get your eggs back? You have had a breakup. This is common for all. That's how your eggs became your eggs. So you had a breakup, and after the breakup, obviously you are sad, you're heartbroken. You have told your ex that you want to be with your ex. Your ex did not give a flying fuck. Your ex stopped talking to you, and your ex probably blocked you, and you are like, you really want that person back. So you are hopeless, you are just like, you have no idea what to do, you're in a lot of pain because your source of happiness at that stage is just to get this person back because there's so much of wound. In that state of consciousness, in that stage, what one needs to do is really love themselves. And when you are loving yourself and you are choosing yourself and you're really, really there in your team, that wound inside of you, you realize that you are having that wound because of a reason. So it might be that you are upset that your ex left you because after your ex left you, your wound of abandonment was triggered. Or after your ex left you, you felt like you are not worthy enough. After your ex left you, you felt like you were not significant enough. After your ex left you, you felt like you are not good enough, or whatever. So this is the core wound that is left in you. So when you come to a therapist at that stage, what I will tell you is that, okay, this is the core wound. So once you have addressed and understood the core wound, you go to the heart space and understand that what is the root cause of that core wound. So if you have experienced lack of significance or lack of abandon, or you felt like abandoned by your ex, you felt like that, like you were abandoned by your ex, you felt like that because maybe you were abandoned by your parents, or maybe you did not feel significant amongst your friends, or maybe you were bullied, or maybe you had a reality where you got everything very easily. Just one thing just triggered your sense of entitlement. So it can be anything. So you have to understand that which is the wound that has been triggered in you. So once you understand that that is the pattern of the wound that is triggered in you, you need to understand that the wound is creating a need in you. So that wound is creating a state in you where you're like needy and desperate, that where is my ex, why isn't things working out for me, I really need a closure, I really need something to happen, I really need my ex to be there for me, I really need my ex to call me, I need my ex to do this, I really need my ex to do that. That is where there is this part of you which is in real need of being met with the needs that it is desiring. You need to meet the needs of yourself and your inner child. If you don't love yourself, you're not there for yourself, nobody is going to be there for you. This is truth. So you need to be there for yourself. You need to really meet those parts of yourself with the love. The parts of you which is really desiring that love. It is about meeting those parts of you with love and giving you yourself that love, and assuring yourself that you are getting what you want, you are meeting all that you want, not with the expectation to get that, but with the expectation to make yourself happy. The question is how to get your ex back. You do not get your ex back by trying to get them, but you get your eggs back by meeting your needs within to get your eggs back, not to get them back, but to feel good. So, whenever you are in that wound and that part of you is really needy and is desperate to get your eggs, so you really assure yourself and tell yourself, make yourself understand you are with your ex, you've got back your ex, everything is fine, and assure and make that place feel better for the sake of feeling better, not with an expectation to get somebody. With unconditional love for self, unconditional love for peace of mind, unconditional love for feeling good, you make yourself understand that. When you do that without any attachment, without any neediness, in this process of making you understand, this core essence of your being is truly convinced that you truly deserve your ex, you truly deserve this relationship, you're already in this relationship, and you naturally become the person who's already in a relationship, and at the core, without trying to get something, you are convinced in a very healthy way. And this is the state of consciousness that attracts you your ex back, because everybody is you pushed out. Law of attraction is like attracts life. You attract what you are. Law of assumption is going deeper. You need to understand that you're assuming various things. You're assuming that your ex is not talking to you because your ex is dating someone else. So that is an assumption. You're believing it, you're resonating to it. Changing that assumption, you now assume that my ex is not talking to me is not true. My ex is actually always talking to me. I was assuming that, but now I assume that they had a breakup and now he is calling me all day long. So the tiny little inner conversations that you have to do in the path of getting your ex back, When you're thinking of your ex, when you're assuring your inner child not to get your ex back, just to feel good, you're telling your telling your inner child that, oh, your ex is here. Finally, you guys got back together. He's so nice to you. He's giving you that commitment. Instead, if you're assuming that, oh, he's not giving you that commitment, he's such a jerk, you're assuming that. Instead, you're assuming that, oh, he has given you that commitment, he has changed so much, he's giving you that love, you feel so good because you've received it all. You're assuring yourself to make yourself feel good. Very consciously, you're doing it just for the sake of feeling good, just for the sake of it feels good, not to get your ex back. Just to feel good, you have to do it. That is how you get your ex back. You cannot get your ex back by trying to do this to get them. You have to very consciously do it to feel good without bothering about whether they come or not. That's when you attract your ex back. More to that, it's a path of your soul calling. It's a path of also realizing that, do you truly desire your ex, and going through a lot of soul searching to really understand what do you truly desire, because you can manifest anything. You can manifest anybody, anything in the exact version that you desire, with the exact characteristics that you desire, just by assuming inside that you have that it is possible. If you believe that anything is possible, you can attract that. So law of belief is the law of believing. You just believe and it's done. You just know it into being. Knowing it into being is law of belief. But I'll talk to you all about something else also as law of vibration, law of amplitude, law of resonance. That's a very quantum term that you'll only hear from me. Law of resonance is what you are being at the core, what you are resonating at. If you are resonating at the knowing that it's all working out for you, your ex is here for you, the way you want your ex to love you, in that exact way your ex is loving you, the way you want your ex to choose you, in that very way your ex is choosing you, the way you want your ex to be there for you, in that way your ex is being there for you. If you choose to resonate with that, you will be creating a vibrational periphery here with your electromagnetic wave, where the frequency of the vibration created by you is the vibration of you are receiving the love from your ex. And this vibration will be creating the simulation with the vibration coming in, will be creating a simulation to create an amplitude of energy where the vibration is rising higher in the belief, that an assumption and the knowing that you are the person at the core, resonating to the knowing that your ex has shown up for you. As you continue to resonate to the knowing and get more sure of that your ex has shown up for you, just believe that your ex has shown up for you. In that belief, you completely become a solidified state within, where you just believe and know it into being that my ex has shown up for me. That knowing it into being just breaks through the barricades with it and breaks you apart from there and pushes out the energy within out. And that is where how everybody is you pushed out. That is how your ex pushes out to formulate into being, and you manifest your ex into your reality. So what are the ways you can manifest your ex back through me? So definitely you already know my book is coming, which I'm like super duper excited about. It's coming soon. Like, I received the cover, I received the interior designing. Now the manuscript has gone for editing. Some of you who are my VIP clients already have access to my book. So how can I help you? So manifestation is a process where you need constant support. Manifestation is a process where you need constantly to keep yourself up in the momentum of knowing that it's done, and done. And reminding yourself that you can manifest anything. Every time you forget and get back into your thoughts, it's about coming back to your feelings and remembering that you can manifest anything. The moment you feel like I feel low, I feel this thing is not working out, you're going back to your thoughts. You need to come back to your feelings. The moment you feel like I don't like this, that is because you are coming out of your heart space. Manifestation is an inner journey from here, because it is the core essence of your being. At the core is what protrudes out to connect to all that is in infinity in the cosmic layer through the art of quantum teleportation, because it is the very being, the very molecule of your object, which is the essence of you, is vibrating at a frequency, and it can choose to transmit the telepathy message to your ex. And by choosing and believing and knowing and that the message is going to your ex, the message will go to your ex through remote sensing and reach your ex exactly how you desire. The other person is thinking about you what you think that the other person is thinking about you. Hear me out again. The other person is thinking about you what you think that the other person is thinking about you. So you need to change what you think that the other person is thinking about you, and the other person will think differently about you exactly how you desire. So to attract the exact vibration of your person exactly how you want, to attract the exact kind of relationship that you desire, all you need to do is believe at the core of your being and resonate to the knowing at the core of your essence, to the knowing that I believe that I already have what I say. I believe that I already am the person who already has the manifestation. I believe that I am the person who's immensely lucky. I believe that I am the one who's having a breakthrough. This belief is what resonates to create a reality that reverberates in the same resonance and then formulates through simulation to create synchronicities and ultimately solidify into being in your reality. That's how anything and everything manifests, and you can manifest literally anything in life. You can also revise the past by just going to the past memories and believing that those things did not happen that way just for the sake of feeling good. When you do things just for the sake of feeling good with unconditional love for self, just for the sense of and the sake of peace of mind and love for self, that is what makes a difference to the universe, because you are coming from unconditional love, not to get something. That is when you truly make a difference. So now how I can help you? So I do pick a card readings where I channel message directly from God, where you can ask me minimum of 3 questions, and I give you messages from Bible as well as through cards. I give you a set of decks out of which you have to choose 3 decks, and then I give you 3 cards, and in that you get to choose like 3 feathers are there given to you. So for each question you choose 1 feather. You can choose the same feather twice as well. So that's how we do pick a card reading. So then I have spells, where I do spells plus Reiki plus reading. Like I tell you what is the situation now, then I start giving Reiki and spell, and once it's done I again give you the update from my end, like what I see as that energy. Now, so that is another thing. So then I have 30 days spell, where the process that goes on for 30 days. Then I have coaching, where you work with me for 3 months, 9 months or 1 year. So in coaching what happens is that you get to talk to me 24/7 on WhatsApp. You just share me with voice note of what's going on, and every day you are assigned a new task. We talk about your updates. I keep on pushing you through the process, and you keep on formulating your inner process and catch the vibrational frequency at the core, and that core catching of vibrational frequency only manifests the reality into existence. So then I also have courses, like I have 7 courses and 4 books. So the books are about various genres, but then mostly the basis of everything is psychology and spirituality. My courses are to attract your ex back, to attract your crush, to chakra balancing, to know about alignment process, to learn tarot, anxiety healing program, to business idea generation. So you see there are plethora of ways how I can help you. You can find out more about me in the website I will be giving at the description of this video after I post this. So these are some of the details of how you can contact me or know about me. And those of you who are meeting me for the first time, you're welcome to my group. You will have a lot of fun here. I often go live there. This was our first group event. Thank you for sticking through and joining with us. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I'll definitely see you guys soon. So this was like a beginning. We haven't even started yet. This was just a beginning about what we do, our journey and process, and what manifestation is, and why LOP might not be working out for you. So if your manifestation is here and you're not happy with what is, you have to understand that there's a part of you that is resonating with what the reality currently is. At the core of your being, you have to choose not to resonate to the current reality and force your core essence of energy and force the core essence of energy to resonate to the knowing that you have your manifestation exactly as you desire. It's just the core resonance of your being that has to shift. It is the core resonance of your being which, when shifts, you manifest to create a reality that you always wanted for. At this point, I have over 500 to 800 plus success stories, 500 alone on Instagram, one of my profiles, and calculating the rest, it's approximately 800 plus success stories. And the reason I have it, because when I started my business, I was very clear that whoever I am giving my service to, I'm going to ensure I get success story. So I have manifested my success story, my business, my life. My life is phenomenal. I keep on getting more informations. I keep on gathering informations all the time. I am a nerd. And it's possible because I believe it's possible. If you believe something is possible, that belief that it's possible and resonating to the belief that magic can happen, you can always be successful, magic can come to your life all the time, you will be always attracting a reality where magic is always happening for you. Thank you. So Chapmandeep is saying magician, present you have one now. Miracle maker, Kendall is saying you're my miracle maker. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for always being there, and thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for all the love. I was really amazing. I will definitely make such more events. I keep resonating at the core in the knowing that you have manifested everything that you desire. You can manifest anything. And see you all soon. Meanwhile, if you'd like to connect to me and get me to cast a spell on you, go ahead and contact me. Thank you and love and light to you. Namaste. Have a great day.